So we have those two graphs on this report page. One is showing the sum of the volume for each month of the year, and the other is showing the average return for each month of the year. Here I want to have some control to help me decide which value I want to show in this report. If, for example, if I have a button here called, let's call it return button. If I press that return button, then this return value is going to show up, but this volume value is going to hide itself. Okay, and we can have another button called a volume button. If I press that button, then this volume graph is going to show, but this return value is going to hide. All right, how to do that? Well, in this case, we can introduce a feature called bookmark in Power BI. And to use the bookmark feature, we still need to, as I said, we need to introduce two buttons. So go to the Insert tab, and here's the buttons. Let's choose, use the drop-down list. We can choose a blank button. All right, let's move this button here. And I want to give it a name. So I will go to here under the Format pane. Now we have this button. Under the Style, under Text, I'm going to turn on the text so I can give it this button a name. I'll call it Return. Okay, then this button has a name. I want to introduce another button. So again, Insert Buttons. I will have a blank button. Let me move it here, side by side, and I'm going to give it a name under Format, Button, Style, Text. Again, I'm going to turn on the text. I'm going to give it a name, call it Volume. So now I have two buttons. Okay. So how to make the buttons control the which value I want to show? This will have to do with something called bookmark, as I said. So go to the View tab. Now let's open this, what we call selection. Okay, open the selection pane here. Okay, you may want to make it wider. So this selection pane now shows all the four values here in this report. Okay. You can hide some of the values. For example, if I click on this symbol, looks like an eye. If I click on this one, then this value is going to be hidden. All right, this volume value is going to hidden. The other three values still show. Now let's show this, but let's hide this return value. Okay, in this case, the volume graph is going to show, but the return graph is going to hide. So basically here, the selection pane allows me to select certain values in this page so that I can have a particular state of the page. So under the current state, only the volume graph shows up. Under another state, let's click this on, but hide the other value. So this is going to be another state in which only the return value will show up. Okay, and we're going to somehow connect those buttons to those two states. Okay, and these states in Power BI language is called bookmark. You can define a state as a bookmark. So, and connect that bookmark to a particular button. So if the return button is connected to the current state or the current bookmark of this report page, then click on the return button, it's gonna just have this value show up. Okay. Similarly, if we connect the volume button to the bookmark in which only the volume graph shows up, then it's gonna control that behavior. So how do we construct those bookmarks? Now we open this bookmark pane here. All right. So now you can see there's a new bookmark pane. So the current state here is basically we are having the two buttons and this return graph. Okay. So according to this state, I'm going to add a bookmark. So I'm going to click on this add sign. I'm going to rename this bookmark one. Double click on this one. You can rename it. I will call it rate. Okay. corresponding to the return bookmark. All right, and let's change the current state of the report page. I'm going to hide the I'm going to show the volume graph but hide the return graph. Okay, and I'm going to add another bookmark. Again, double click, I'll give it the name. I will call it volume. Vol. Okay, so now I have those two bookmarks. You can see if I click on the rate bookmark, only the return graph shows. If I click on the vol, then only the volume shows. Okay.